Greetings and welcome back to my channel. I'm Mikey07 and you're watching Zmodeler2 tutorial series. So today I plan to start a new approach on teaching how to convert cars to San Andreas. So today I will start with converting Audi RS4 from Need for Speed ProStreet to San Andreas. So you can just follow and see how I do it and how long time it takes me, because I will show everything in details, what I'm doing and how I'm doing. So let's begin. First, let's import your geometry bin. It's located in your Need for Speed installation cars, and there's RS4. I have RS4, and just press import. Don't ignore this, but you should have this selected already. So just import. It will take some while when it's import, and here it shows this list of textures, and here's the objects. So just close this down for now. So when you import, you have this kind of model. It has this wind effect from which is in the game and so on. And here is the tuning kits. If you decide to make a tunable car, just keep them in this file as well. So here's all the kits which has this car. I will make it stock so I don't bother with this. I'll just clear it, just easily delete them, and it's autosaves. Remember to enable autosave. You can do it in the settings so you don't lose your progress. So once we have deleted that, we can also delete all these unneeded objects which we don't need, like these wind tunnel effects. Just draw with the mouse, go on them and just press delete button and it will go away. Delete all the spoilers, we don't need them, and here this one. So right now we have left the bare model, and with the cage and driver, we don't need driver, so just delete it. So now when we go in a 3D view, we have just the car with the seats in the middle and wheel in the middle. In this, here is a lot of objects. If you make for GTA 4 or 5, you can keep these A, B, and C and D versions. It's just like a resolution. This is a high. I'll show this rear bumper. This is a high, this medium, and this low and lowest model bumper. Yeah. So let's start by step what I usually do and how I approach making cars for GTA San Andreas. So what I usually do first when I import cars from Need for Speeds, I go to Materials Editor and find some texture which is already showing, or just press on any, and here's Materials. When you import, you'll import textures as well. Here you will have a list of all textures which is used for this model. So before you do anything else, click here and save all textures to your folder where you plan to save the file. I already have them exported, but just click one by one and save them. So because now if I would close my Zmodeler and would open again, they will be gone, and I could not, they wouldn't be here and can't touch them anymore, and I will have to import the model again. So let's continue. So as you saw, we have these wheels. We need to find, we don't need this brake rotors as we will make our own. Here as brake calipers, we can easily delete. And now you need to find the in Need for Speed, especially in the ProStreet, here the left seat. Like we can already delete the seats as we won't need them. Seats, engines, seat. Yeah. What I want to say, oh, we Need for Speeds, the 0 at the end, it means the highest level. For example, like here, rear tire C, it's like a most high poly model. So let's start by texturing them, as you already know if you saw my previous episode. So here's the all textures. Right now they doesn't look like nothing, and I usually how I discover which one is which. For example, here this one you already know, so you can just name it to badge. So later on you know it's a badge. You can one by one just looking for this for textures which already have texture and which one you know. You can just rename them to names you remember. For example, here I can just rename to Dream and so on. That will do one by one. How I usually do is I click on random color and just look where it is. So I know this is the door line, so I just write in here door lines. So I know they are door lines. Click next, again some random color. Oh, and this main body, and we need this especially. And here I just write on body. And just continue one by one, and here's misc. Here is another white texture unknown, and again just press to another color and check. So this is the black object. No, well, yeah, objects that use black color. So to make that, just take black, but I don't usually take fully black because in game it won't look too good. So I just take some 1 to 10 in some radius, so 8 will be good. And yeah, I will show later on what I mean. And then so badge, and again just look for the random color and see what it's used for. So I know this for the chrome, so again just write in chrome. So I know this from, again, unknown texture, and just pick a color. If you don't see it at all, you can either delete it or leave it. It doesn't matter. It's better if you delete them, so it doesn't bother you later on. As I don't see this texture, because right now it shows everything which you'll see in the game, and there's no any hidden objects, and you can just fly through them and see that there is no any orange object. So you can just, most likely it's a carbon or something, just press delete button. Now here this unknown material, you can just press orange and just search for the right color. So again, no orange, but just for the sake of faster doing this, I will just quick select all random colors and just check which is which, because, as I said, yeah. So and here is this underneath texture which is not in this menu when you import. To get it, you either need to open another common texture file from ProStreet. I already have it exported, so I'll just add it to my list. RS4, and here is the RS4 underbody, and just press OK. And now it's textured. So I will just write it under, so I know it's under. Next one, pick any random color. You can just leave it. Next one, and keep them as random as possible. So you, I saw this. Oh yeah, that was from. And another as random colors you can. So this the door line it will use, and this one it will use another texture I will add later. And again, just pick a random color and look where this doesn't have it. And one more time, and just keep on doing this until you have found out the textures. So I will be back when I have assigned all textures. Alright, so when you have found all the textures and you are double checking that it doesn't use the colors you picked, you can find them in the scene, you can just easily delete them from the material editor so they doesn't mess your mind. So the next part is to assign right textures and material settings to the model. Let's say RS4. Come on, RS4 and save. Okay, so the first part I will do is to get all the, as you can see, here I have many glass textures and well yeah 6 pieces and there's 6 glass. I don't need all 6 textures, so I'll just assign them all to one texture. To do that, just here's all the textures you will need, objects you will need. So just go to polygon level, click, select none. I usually select none, as you know. Then select separated and just click to one of the glass. So let's use this glass and select a single selection. I select none and back. And do that to the rest of the glass. Clear, select none, select separated. As you can see, there's double layer. The second layer is used for the damage inside Need for Speed game, but I won't need it, so I just assign both layers to the same texture. So now go to the side view, user. Let's go to user view because it's easier, and let's disable the main body. Let's find the body. It should be somewhere here. Base A, yeah. Base A. We need base T null. Oh, body A. Yeah. Base is integer. Zero. Excuse me if I say some words in Latvian language and just use it to explain things in Latvian language. Okay, so like separated. And go back to that one glass. We pick the first one and assign selection. Okay. None to object to polygon mode. Not to the door. The glass. And select none. Be sure you are in the polygon level because as you can see here use this small piece and also here that's why I go in the polygon level to select only glass pieces. Select OK. Now select none and go to the rest of the glass. Let's delete this body roll cage so we don't need this because I won't make it like a race car or anything. I'll just make it stock RS4, which already is not stock. Did I select that small piece? I forgot. And just find that glass, sync selection, okay, select none. Now go to driver's window, select none, separated, and glass. Be sure you sync them all the same texture, select okay, and none. Now go to back to the 3D view and we'll check that glass texture. Glass, is this the right one? Alright, and I'm back and just figured out what I had to do. Turns out I needed to delete the first texture layer off, so it's apply. Just select separated, enable auto, and select mode and press delete button and deletes the first layer. As I said in Need for Speed, they use 2 layers, though I never had this issue before. So we delete the first layer from the all glass pieces, and now we can assign. As you can see, I have lost all the textures because I closed the file and didn't save it properly. And now yeah, now it works as it needs to be. Well, at least now you know if something goes wrong for you. And press glass. glass and assign selection. Okay, press none and touch. So now I have all the glasses. This should be all the glasses now. Yeah, no. You can turn back your body that I want. Well, yeah, I can actually turn back the body. That's fine. B. Body. Where's our body? Where's your body? The body. Base. Yeah, turn on the base and body. Okay. As you can see, all texture is gone. But we don't need them at this stage, as we will modify these materials anyways. So now you can delete all the other glasses as well, and you will have only this one glass. As we are on this glass, let me show how you can make the working glass in Sunrise. So what you do is you go to your glass and pick the color you want. I usually go around 20 or 30 for the blackness of the glass. So something like this. Now go back to extensions and enable Specular Highlight and turn this around 76. This optimal shine for the glass, at least for me and how I make them. And now you need to enable alpha. Here enable alpha and make it darkness of your tint of your windows. I usually go to 110 because most common used for vehicles. Without this sports car, I will make them slightly darker so they look better in game. Also, I made the specular highlight to gray. This only for Zmodeler, so it's more closer to the in-game's render. Also, we need to add the shine to the glass. And now you can just add the textures. Go to your textures I have here, and I will usually use this chrome for the Windows reflection. As you can see right now, it's like this, like just a texture. To edit it, just press here edit, go to low level and press to autosphere environment to make it. As you can see now, it's like a reflection. It's also like city reflection, so it looks a lot better in the game. So as we are at the textures, let me show all my settings, what settings I use for each material and how I apply them. So door lines, basically to all objects you first need to assign specular highlight. To the body I usually use 78, so it's something like this. As you can see, it's now shiny, and I'm just use it to add specular at the gray tone, so it looks a lot better in Zmodeler, and it doesn't matter what color you change, it won't affect it. Okay, so next one is misc, which texture I already have missing. Yeah, so click the missing textures. See RS4, and which was it was missing. Alright, I will be back when I get back all the missing textures. Alright, and I'm back. Just get it back all the textures. So where we were left with the body. Now go to misc and remember to make it like a 78, because if you leave this to 60 or less, it will just won't look that cool in the game. Honestly, it won't look like enough. It just doesn't look like anything. I don't like any other setting than I use. So that's how I judge the mods. I check on the GTA Inside or other places. I just check materials and I determine if they are. And here the chrome. As you see, the chrome doesn't have any texture, which means we need to make a color which is similar to chrome. I usually use around here, so it's like a gray, but then let's specular and just use some things. Some things you don't need to, I just use it to do this, so because it's easier for me to work on. So now for the chrome you need to add any high reflection texture. I have this original GTA texture, which again just click here to low and autosphere and enable specular highlight. For this you can make like a 70 around 72, so it's more chromish in the game. So under, as you can see here is under, many modders don't use specular highlight on the under because it's just like too shiny, but if you use the right settings it's bright in game but doesn't look too shiny. So here's the interior. As you can see I set to all textures specular to this gray, but you don't need to do that. I just do it because it's more closer to the way it will look like in the game. Here door arch. Door arch is this the texture here, and make sure you keep it to the same level as body. Petrol cup I will upload that later because I need another texture here. Tire I can add specular already. I just know what level I will need. Rim as well. Rim can be a bit lower because we need it to shine a little bit more. Glass, we already made it. Headlights, and here is the headlights. As you can see, it's you can see the headlight inside. So you have to enable alpha, and now you can see the headlight. You can't see here because here this glass piece is before the headlight, so Zmodeler doesn't render it right. I'll later on show how you can fix it and how to make it so, because right now if you export like this it wouldn't show interior in game as well. You need to change few settings. Wait for the next episode or so to see it. So currently we will just apply basic settings so it looks more like a car. Okay, so it's something, as you can see it's really white, and in game it won't be like that. In game it really will look like something like this, so that's why I add this gray tone to the specular highlight, so it's not so shiny in here and it's closer to in game's render. Here, let me just do for all of them so it's not so shiny. I keep repeating shiny because I don't like too shiny things in game, because the shine in game it just doesn't fit. Okay, so right now we have something like this. Let's enable alpha for these badges as well. So we have a badge, and here as well enable alpha, and it should, hope it's the right texture. Yeah, it actually should enable alpha. Well, okay, I will check that later on. Okay, that's all for this episode. Subscribe, like, bye.